Because in PBL, I think we have discussed acute. Yes. What is the difference between acute and chronic? Duration. Okay, good. So, but see this like acute inflammation, what you will see here, what you will see in acute and what you will see in chronic. Because you have PBL, let's discuss something about acute, so that you can easily understand what is chronic.
An acute?
Yeah.
Blast.
What you have discussed in PBL?
Blast.
Yeah, very good. Blast.
Blast.
See, here there is some difference. In acute, in other acute inflammation, you will see, what you will see? Neutrophils. Because here in acute leukemia, you will see? You will see neutrophils, but the premature form, that is blast. So the whole bone marrow and the blood picture, it will be full of blast in acute. Okay? You know the maturation, how a cell matures. Stem cell. Can anybody tell about the neutrophil, how neutrophil matures from the stem cell till the neutrophil? What are the stages? Pluripotent, yeah, very good. After that?
Common myeloid.
Yeah, after that? You start with, for example, neutrophil is there, how the blast will be? What the blast will be? Is it a myeloblast or a lymphoblast? See, this is a very important thing. To you it looks very simple, but in exam, many students they make a big mistake. Myeloblast and how the myeloblast looks. Lymphoblast, how lymphoblast looks. These two differences you should know. Okay? So in tomorrow's lecture I will again discuss in lab, but I am just telling you. So first will be myeloblast. After that, yeah, very good. Promyelocyte. After that, myelocyte. After that, band form. Band. After that, mature neutrophil. This is the sequence. For each cell in WBC, there is a sequence which you should remember. Myeloblast, promyelocyte, metamyelocyte, myelocyte, band form, neutrophil.
Okay, doctor.
Okay?
Which one of them it's blast?
First one is the blast. First it will be blast. The blast it matures to form promyelocyte. After that metamyelocyte, myelocyte, band form like that. After that at the end it will be mature neutrophil. Okay? So in acute leukemias there will be numerous blasts. Okay? That means the premature forms. Whereas in chronic leukemias it shifts towards the more mature forms. What are the mature cells? Myelocyte or neutrophils like that. This band forms. This will be more. Okay? So these differences we should know. So before
an acute you find lymphatic cells.
Yeah,
You
blast.
find similarly normal cells.
Yeah, but it will be more in number. Okay, one more thing. See, you have tumors in organs, whereas you don't have a tumor in blood. Okay? So in blood, what you will have? You will have these malignancies. So the malignancy of blood cell is called, white blood cell is called leukemia. Okay? So these leukemias, they are divided into myeloid and lymphoid, because they are, if you classify the white blood cells, you can classify into two main categories.
Yes.
Okay? Myeloid series, lymphoid series. And then in this, you will have acute and chronic.
In both?
So this is, yeah, in both. This is the broad classification. These are the objectives. There are two things we should remember. What is chronic myeloproliferative disorder and what is CML? Actually, if you closely observe these, there are only two objectives. Myeloproliferative disorder, and second thing is in that only. While myeloproliferative disorder, what do you mean by myeloproliferative disorder?
In the bone marrow.
Chronic means of long duration, myelo means of myeloid series, proliferative means proliferation of this series, Disorder means
Abnormal.
there is some abnormality. Is it clear? In this, you have few diseases. Out of that, in your objective, only CML is there in lecture. So we are going to discuss broadly about what is this chronic myeloproliferative disorder and some details about CML. Is it clear?
Some does.
So myeloid neoplasm arises from early hematosis. So if you classify these myeloid disorders, you can classify it into three: acute myeloid, myelodysplastic, chronic myeloproliferative. Since this is not in your objective, so you can leave this. Acute myeloid leukemias tomorrow we will discuss, and in PBL also we have already discussed this. Okay, and now we are going to discuss about the chronic myeloproliferative disorder, in which increased production of one or more terminally differentiated myeloid elements. What do you mean by terminally differentiated? Terminally differentiated means you can classify it as a neutrophilic precursor or erythroid precursor, like that, neutrophilic or basophilic, like that. So terminally differentiated. Undifferentiated means it will be a blast. You can't differentiate a blast, whether in which series it will go. Okay. So the common pathogenic feature of myeloproliferative disorder is presence of mutated and activated tyrosine kinase. Okay? This tyrosine kinase will lead to growth factor independent proliferation. Once tyrosine kinase activates, there will be proliferation of cells. Once there is activation of this tyrosine kinase enzyme, the cell starts proliferating. So this is the pathogenesis of all myeloproliferative disorders.
Either acute or chronic.
Only chronic. And myeloproliferative means it is only chronic. It is not acute. So what is the pathogenesis? Remember only one line: activation of tyrosine kinase. Once this is activated, it will lead to proliferation of cells. Okay. Once this is activated, then this does not need any growth factors also. Usually the cells need growth factor to proliferate. Whereas if there is mutation of this tyrosine kinase, the cells, they keep on proliferating. So the normal WBC count is 4,000 to 11,000. But here it will be in thousands, 100,000, 200,000. It will be like that because of this activation. Okay. There are some common features which are common to all myeloproliferative disorders. It is increased proliferative derived in bone marrow. I told you there will be proliferation of cells. Homing of neoplastic cells. See, once there is proliferation of these cells, so they are released into the blood. So the blood, it will enter into spleen, it will enter into liver. So these cells, they can go to spleen, they can go to liver, and there itself they starts proliferating. What do you call this? Where the blood cells, they are proliferating in sites other than bone marrow. It is called extramedullary hematopoiesis. Okay? Hematopoiesis, what is the site? Where the cells mature? Bone marrow. If they are maturing in liver or in spleen, so you can't individually tell spleen, hematopoiesis or liver. For all these organs, there is one term called extramedullary, that is outside the bone marrow. So it is called extramedullary hematopoiesis. So this extra. See, normal cells, where they will mature or proliferate, it will be in bone marrow. So what will happen? There is proliferation in chronic myeloproliferative disorder. Okay. So after proliferation, they are released into blood. Okay. Once they release into the blood, they circulate in blood, and through this circulation, they enter into spleen, liver, or any organ. So when they enter into spleen or liver, there also they will start proliferating. So see, the normal site of proliferation is bone marrow, but in this condition, in chronic myeloproliferative disorder, they are proliferating in spleen and liver also. That's why it is called extramedullary hematopoiesis. This is one more feature. After that, what will happen? Once they keep on proliferating, what is the feature of chronic inflammation? But don't bring chronic inflammation here. Any chronic condition, what will happen at the end? They will be
Scar.
Fibrosis.
fibrosis. Very good. They will be fibrosis.
Necrosis.
See, up to certain stage only the cells can proliferate. After that, they are exhausted. So what will happen in the bone marrow? They will be fibrosis. Okay? And once there is fibrosis, the cells they can't proliferate. So what will happen? They will be decreased. Till now there is in 100,000, 200,000. After this fibrosis, there is no cell. So in the blood, peripheral blood, you will see only 500 or 1,000 count. And those will be leukemic cells. This is also one speciality. Okay?
But you,
So this is called cytopenia.
This 1,000.
but you mentioned already the WBC can
It will
mature
be
and
From
liver and
extramedullary?
spleen.
Yeah. So, but first they have to be produced
Origin.
from the bone marrow, origin. If there is no origin, then where they will mature? Okay. So, if the bone marrow is all full of fibroblast, that means fibrosis is there. Once there is fibrosis, there are no cells. Okay. So, this is one more condition. So, first there will be proliferation of cells. After that, there is extramedullary hematopoiesis. After that, there is fibrosis. And if there is fibrosis, what will happen? There is no proliferation. There will be cytopenia. Cytopenia, you know, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah, but I have one question, Dr. Badiama. You just mentioned if the cells mature outside of bone marrow, we call it extramedullary.
Hematopoiesis.
Yeah, why we call it hematopoiesis? Why we call it extramedullary leukopoiesis?
All the
Is it
cells.
RBCs?
No. See, there will be variable. It is not just sometimes the other series of cells they will also proliferate. So if the other series proliferate, but see, it is not just leukopoiesis. You can say it leukopoiesis, but this is the general term. Once the cell matures outside the bone marrow, means it is called extramedullary hematopoiesis.
For both.
Yeah, for
There's also
One-
cytopenia for both.
yeah. Variable transformation into acute leukemia. This we will discuss while discussing chronic myeloid leukemia. What do you mean by variable transformation? Sometimes what will happen? I told you the cells they are proliferating.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes the blast it proliferates. So blast proliferates means which condition the blast will proliferate? In acute or chronic?
Acute.
It will be in acute.
Yeah.
So the blood picture it looks like acute leukemia, but this category it belongs to chronic myeloproliferative disorder. But in that, from all the cells, only the blast is proliferated. So it is called blast phase of this condition. In CML, I will tell you how this converts. Okay, just you remember it can transform into acute leukemia. These are few conditions, not few. These are all conditions which comes under chronic myeloproliferative disorders. These are the disorders: chronic myeloid leukemia, polycythemia vera, essential thrombocythemia, primary myelofibrosis, systemic mastocytosis. You just remember these names. These names will tell you your doubt. You just told me extramedullary hematopoiesis, and you told it is extramedullary leukopoiesis. What is polycythemia vera?
Excuse me. Could you refer to the previous slide? Could you put them in steps, please?
These are steps only 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes,
It's not-
could you repeat them, please?
Okay, you want first is increased proliferation of cells. This is the first step.
WBCs.
Yeah, WBC or in polycythemia vera. What is polycythemia vera? Increase RBC. That's why you just remember it is cells. Increase number of cells. After that,
Extraordinary.
extramedullary hematopoiesis.
Fibrosis.
After that,
Fibrosis.
third is myelofibrosis. Fourth,
Acute leukemia.
cytopenia.
Fibrosis due to exuded of the bone marrow.
Yeah, exhaustion. They will be. After that, last is
Acute leukemia.
acute leukemia. These are the 5 things. Or if you want to make, you can put these 2 in one: myelofibrosis and cytopenias. But these are the 5: proliferation, extramedullary hematopoiesis, fibrosis, cytopenia, and transformation into acute leukemia. Okay?
Is
Is it clear? Yeah.
I'm talking about all kinds of cells. Not only.
Yeah. This will tell you why all types of. See, chronic myeloid leukemia belongs to WBC. Polycythemia vera belongs to RBC. Thrombocythemia belongs to platelet. So all cells are involved. This is the individual disease which comes under this category.
Yeah.
If this cell proliferation is there, it is CML. If RBC, it is polycythemia vera. If platelet, it is essential. If there is only fibrosis, there will be primary. Sometimes there will be primary myelofibrosis without anything. Initially, from the beginning, it will occur. So all this is not in your objective. You just remember the names, okay? But in your objective, chronic myeloid leukemia is there, which you should remember.
The truth names. The first three or what?
All these are the names of the diseases, disorders which comes under myeloproliferative disorder. Is it clear?
Yes. Doctor?
What we described before, last step is acute.
See, I told you, for example, if you just take chronic myeloid leukemia, okay, this is a myeloproliferative disorder. Okay, in this you will see only few blast cells, and since it is a chronic myeloid leukemia, you will have more mature cells, like myelocytes and band forms will be more. Okay, since there is proliferation of cells, sometimes what will happen, only the blast cell will start proliferating in this. Okay, and these blast cells, the number of blast cells will be much more than the mature cells, like neutrophils or band forms. Okay, so if this phase comes, this is turning into acute leukemia-like picture. So it is called blast crisis or blast phase. Blast phase.
But actually, it's chronic.
Yeah, it is a chronic.
Doctor, after the fibrosis,
Cytopenia.
and then it will be all acute leukemia.
Yeah, this is a variable. Sometimes it can occur and not necessarily it will occur.
How it's acute without cells?
So, see, there is a very detailed chapter in this, okay? Sometimes even without any cells also, these cells, only one or two blasts will be there and no other cells are there, they will be acute leukemia.
Doctor, in which step increase the blast in which neutrophils take place?
In acute leukemia,
Yes, in which step?
blast. See, acute condition, it will come in. See, acute leukemia is a different category, I am telling you. Okay, chronic myeloid leukemia is a different category. Okay?
Which are these disorders?
No, this is chronic myeloproliferative disorder.
Because all of the symptoms produced from these disorders are included in the CMPD. So
All these disorders, they comes under CMPD, chronic myeloproliferative disorder.
Doctor,
That's why I told you, see, tyrosine kinase mutation in myeloproliferative. Yeah?
we said previously, before the last step, there is cytopenia, and one of the features of acute leukoid anemia increase blast. So how can we increase blast within cytopenia?
I told you, see, acute leukemia, it will not come in all conditions. Okay? It can come, it may transform. That's why I told you, after discussing chronic myeloid leukemia, you will understood this. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or time being, you just remove this sentence. Okay? In chronic myeloid leukemia, I will tell you how it will turn into acute leukemia. Now what you are thinking is, the cells, they are very much plenty, at the end there are no cells, and lastly I am telling acute leukemia, how this can happen. Okay? This can happen whenever there is chronic myeloid leukemia, if it is not treated, untreated. This can undergo blastic transformation. One or two cells will be there will be proliferation. That's why it is called transformation, and that's why I told you at the end I mentioned this. Otherwise I could have mentioned it in the first thing.
Fibrosis.
Okay? This is very rare, and
you just named it because due to morphology.
Yeah.
Only due to morphology.
Yeah.
ايه مكتوب انه تحول الى acute.
But
You understand this?
not knowing the
No. Remember this is not acute leukemia. This is because it is a part of chronic. Chronic leukemia transform into because of these blast cells.
Only due to
Acute,
presence
due to the presence of blast cells.
Doctor, it's a start of chronic and
No. It does not. See, there is no. I am telling you repeatedly. In not all cases it will be there.
خليك زي الناس
In all cases this will not be there. Only if there is blast proliferation, then only it will turn into acute. Otherwise, it will not turn.
The STIPs now, it's for in general.
Yeah, this is in general. See, sometimes it will stop at this moment. There is no fibrosis. Sometimes there will be fibrosis. It is not all the malignancy it will come. For example, polycythemia vera. Polycythemia vera, how can it convert into acute leukemia? Because polycythemia is a disorder of RBC. Okay. The same thing is for thrombocythemia. It is a disorder of platelet. How can it convert into acute leukemia? So only the cells which belong to WBC series, that only will convert into acute leukemia. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or still any doubt?
No.
Okay, what is chronic myeloid leukemia? What is chronic myeloid leukemia? Now I think you should understand.
Distinguish from the
It is a disorder of myeloid neoplasm.
Due to activation of certain.
Due to?
Activation.
Yeah, it is one activation of tyrosine kinase. So, but there is genetic abnormality. Okay, what is that genetic abnormality? It is the presence of chimeric. What do you mean by chimeric? BCR-ABL gene.
Fusion of both.
Fusion of?
Both genes.
Yeah, fusion of not both genes. It is the part of one gene with the another gene. Chimeric means unwanted. For example, if you are going and sitting in the first year, so you are unwanted for first year. Some first year students, they are coming and sitting here. They are unwanted. So it is, see, there is fusion, but it is unwanted. The body does not need this. Because of this unwanted fusion, there is proliferation of cells. And where is that fusion? A part of chromosome 9 with a part of chromosome 22. BCR-ABL gene derived from portion of BCR-ABL gene on chromosome 22 and ABL gene on chromosome 9. This direct synthesis of tyrosine kinase. It is reciprocal translocation of 922. This is called which chromosome? Philadelphia chromosome. Is it clear? 90% will have this. That means still there are chances that Philadelphia negative CML can be there. Remember this. Not all CML will have Philadelphia chromosome. Is it clear? So what we are going to remember in this? Reciprocal translocation of this 922 chromosome, also called Philadelphia chromosome. So this is the, see here there is a break and here there is a break, and both of them they are getting fused, and this will lead to growth factor independent proliferation of cells. This is just how they join, BCR and ABL gene, how they join 9 and 22. This will lead to formation of Philadelphia chromosomes. Is it clear?
And Philadelphia it will lead to formation of tyrosine kinase.
Yeah.
What about the RAS and STAM?
No, yes, yes. No, that's important.
Formation or activation of tyrosine.
Activation. Tyrosine kinase is already there. The problem is if it activates means there is a problem. Okay, what is the morphology?
Immature cells.
See, morphology you should describe in bone marrow and in peripheral blood. In bone marrow what you are seeing, in peripheral blood what you are seeing. See, the cells will be same. Now you have to remove fibrosis because we are discussing chronic myeloid leukemia. You have to start with the cells. Okay? That we have discussed in chronic myeloproliferative disorder, that is finished. That are the common features. Now specific individual disease we have come. Chronic myeloid leukemia, they will be hypercellular marrow. That means the marrow will be full of cells. The marrow contains cells and fat spaces. In DBL I discussed this. Okay? So whenever there are cells, both of them it is almost equal, 50-50 or 70-50 like that, depending on the age it will be there. So they will be hypercellular marrow, means the marrow will be full of cells. So hypercellular marrow due to increased number of maturing granulocyte precursors. Maturing granulocytic precursor means
Myeloid.
the mature forms will be more. Okay? So not the blast. It will be mature cells, myelocytes, band forms. Those cells will be more. Megakaryocytes are also increased. Erythroid progenitors are present in normal or mildly decreased numbers. Characteristic findings is the presence of macrophages with abundant ringing green-blue cytoplasm called C-blue histiocytes. Just remember this name. C-blue histiocytes is a feature of chronic myeloid leukemia. What are C-blue histiocytes? These are macrophages. So this is the morphology. Hypercellular marrow, megakaryocyte increase. See, when the white cells are dominating, definitely the red cells will be less. So the erythroid precursors is nothing but RBCs. So those will be less in number. And C-blue histiocytes. Now comes the
And the patients are the increased.
Increase.
increase. Megakaryocytes are increasing. Yeah. Blood reveals leukocytosis. Leukocytosis means increase in number. So it often exceeds 100,000 cells, which consists predominantly of neutrophils, band forms, metamyelocytes, myelocytes. Okay? Blasts usually make up less than 10%. Okay? If myeloblasts are there, it should be less than 10%.
In a chronic.
Yeah. In chronic phase. Platelets are usually increased, sometimes it will be markedly. Spleen is enlarged. Why it is enlarged?
Because of megakaryocyte
Why spleen is enlarged? Yeah, very good. Extramedullary.
The increase.
I told you in myeloproliferative disorder there will be extramedullary hematopoiesis. So there will be hematopoiesis in spleen. Because of that, spleen is enlarged. So extramedullary hematopoiesis can also produce hepatomegaly and lymphadenopathy. So there is splenomegaly. There will be massive splenomegaly in CML because of this extramedullary hematopoiesis. Okay, now tell me what are the features of CML?
This mechanism trying to compensate.
Yeah, this is for compensation. Okay, now tell me what are the features. See the blood picture and the bone marrow findings in any this heme and immune, either it is anemia or leukemia or any disorder of leukocytosis. These things are very important. Bone marrow and peripheral blood findings. So in bone marrow, what you are seeing? Hypercellular. Very good. C-blue histiocytes and
Megakaryocytosis.
increase in leukocytes,
And
megakaryocyte, good.
And decrease in
erythrocytes.
Decrease in RBC. Okay, this is in bone marrow. In blood, what you will see? Maturing granulocytic precursor like metamyelocyte, myelocyte, band form, neutrophils. All these cells will be increased. What else?
10% of a blast.
Yeah, blast if it is there, it will be less than 10%. Is it clear?
Yes.
And spleen, there is splenomegaly due to extramedullary hematopoiesis. This is a blood picture of CML, chronic myeloid leukemia. What you are seeing here, you tell me. Yeah, do you know the cells? Did you see any time the cells? Yeah. Which one is this cell? Yeah, you just remember this. All these cells
The
are
early stage.
neutrophilic series.
Yeah.
Okay. So you should not mention any megakaryocyte or any other cell. It is all neutrophilic series. In neutrophilic series, you have to start from blast. Okay, because before blast, it is very difficult to identify it as a myeloblast. Okay. So what is this cell?
Blast.
Because it is the first cell I am telling you.
No, because
This
the
is-
nucleus is very large.
Yeah, and cytoplasm is
in this
Acidophilic.
scanty. So this is a myeloblast. Okay. What are these cells? You are seeing many cells like this.
Band form.
Yeah, very good. It is band form. Okay. All these are band form. What is this cell?
Meta.
Meta myelocele.
C
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
No.
The specific
This
granules.
is, which one is this? These granules.
Specific granules.
Granules you will see in PMF, promyelocyte. Always remember, whenever the cell is full of granules, it is promyelocyte. Okay?
أزرفك يا رجل.
So, myeloblast, promyelocyte. After that,
Yeah.
what is this? After pro, it will be metamyelocyte. Okay? All this here, all this is the series. In this you are seeing band forms are more. That means the maturing cells are more. If you take the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or just imagine it, there are 9 cells in this. Out of 9, 1 is blast. Okay? Which phase is this?
Chronic.
Yeah, very good. It is chronic. Why? Because the number of blast is less than 10%. Is it clear?
أكثر من 10% طيب.
Yeah. No, no.
هنا.
You have many things on
تسعة.
but yeah, it is
يطلع 12%. صدق.
Yeah, it is neutrophilic series. There is some eosinophilic leukemia like that conditions are here. But yeah, most common it is neutrophilic.
اللي غدا حس قلبية واللي غدا
Okay? Is it clear?
ماليش عندي رصاص.
These are the clinical features now. Okay, before clinical feature, let's discuss these phases. There are 3 phases in chronic myeloid leukemia. Remember, chronic phase, accelerated phase, blast, crisis. Okay?
Yes.
So chronic phase is, I told you, less than 10% blast means the 90% will be mature cells. Accelerated phase means they will be increasing anemia, thrombocytopenia, and sometimes accompanied by rise in number of basophils.
Due to fibrosis.
Yeah, it can be due to fibrosis. Anemia, because cytopenias is related to, the pathogenesis of cytopenias is fibrosis.
Yeah.
So anemia, thrombocytopenia. And what is blast crisis?
Emergency.
Yeah. They will be, see, within 6 to 12 months. If the patient is not treated, the accelerated phase, it terminates in a picture resembling acute leukemia, that is blast crisis. Do you understood here? Chronic myeloid leukemia, how it will start? It will start with this blood picture. Okay? So first thing what I told you, it will be hypercellular
Yes.
marrow. If you don't treat it, what will happen? There will be
Exhaustion.
myelofibrosis and there will be cytopenias. So second phase will be
Yeah.
accelerated phase. And if you don't treat, see, a disease is there, if you don't treat, what will happen? It will transform into, it will enter into complications.
Acute leukemia.
So this, if you don't treat these, the whatever cells are there, the blast cells, they proliferate and convert into acute leukemia. So this is called blast crisis. It is called crisis. Is it clear? Remember these phases: chronic phase, accelerated phase, blast crisis. These are the clinical features. It is a disease of adults. Peak incidence is in 5th or 6th decade. Mild to moderate anemia, hypermetabolism. See, I told you there is anemia, there is thrombocytopenia. You should write the clinical feature yourself. The features of anemia. What are the features of anemia? Weakness, fatigability, whatever is there for anemia, you can write. And thrombocytopenia? If there is thrombocytopenia, there is bleeding. So there is bleeding, all those things. Sometimes the first symptom is dragging sensation. Why there is dragging sensation? Dragging. Sometimes the first symptom is a dragging sensation in the abdomen caused by splenomegaly or the acute onset of left upper quadrant pain due to splenic infarction. So there is splenomegaly, and splenomegaly can lead to splenic infarction. Splenomegaly will cause dragging sensation. Wherever there is infarction, there is pain. Okay?
نمشي هذا كذا بس.
In 50% of patients, blast crisis occurs abruptly without any accelerated phase. 70% of cases, the blasts are of myeloid, whereas in remainder, the blast can be of lymphoid origin. This is it is only neutrophil. It is not necessarily only neutrophil. It can be a lymphoid also. Origin of blast. This is taken as an evidence that CML originate from pluripotent stem cells with both myeloid and lymphoid. So this is just for your information. Okay, this is the treatment. What we have to do at the genetic level, if you can inhibit that fusion, then that becomes a definitive treatment. So treatment with one BCR-ABL inhibitor, the drug is called imatinib, result in sustained hematologic remissions. Okay, so what is that? It is BCR-ABL inhibitor. And if you are unable to treat that, at the end what you have to do, you have to do bone marrow transplantation. And last objective, which is very important, you should remember this: the difference between Pimoid reaction and CML. CML is, what is CML?
Chronic myeloid.
It is chronic myeloid leukemia. So it is what it is? A type of proliferative disorder. Whereas leukemia reaction is exaggerated response to infection. See, whenever there is infection, so you also you have seen that if you have any throat infection or any other infection, you will go to the clinic and they will advise you blood picture. In blood picture, the count will be 15,000, 20,000 like that. Okay, in that majority will be only neutrophils. Okay. Sometimes the count will be 50,000, and in CML also the count will be 50,000. So you have to differentiate whether this is CML or just an infection. So leukemoid reaction is the exaggerated response to infection. This is not a malignancy. So leukemoid reaction will be benign, whereas leukemia is malignant. You have to do this test. This is very, very important. If you do this test, then you can easily differentiate. And the clinician mostly they do only this test to differentiate whether it is an infection or a leukemia. So what is that test? Leukocyte alkaline phosphatase. Alkaline phosphatase is elevated.
Alkaline phosphatase, it's a tumor marker.
Yeah, it is a tumor marker, but here also it is used. Okay. So alkaline phosphatase of the leukocyte, it is not of the organ or blood, of leukocyte. They will take the blood, in that they will extract the cells, and they will do alkaline phosphatase for that. Okay, leukocyte. It is called lab score. This is a very commonly done whenever there is high count. So if it is elevated, it is infection. If it is decreased, it is leukemia. Other differences, there are no immature cells in leukemia reaction. Whatever cells you will see, they will be mature neutrophils. Yes. Whereas in CML, just now we have discussed what are the cells you will see. From the blast till the end, you will see all types of cells. And Philadelphia chromosome, it is present in leukemia, whereas it is absent in infection. Philadelphia chromosome is present in leukemia, whereas it is absent in infection. Thank you. Any doubts? If you have doubts, keep it with yourself.